Live from the Case-Lou Studios in the heart of Midtown, this is BT Sports with Bobby Stillwell and Tim Shagrew. And now, Case-Lou's leading sports program.
And good afternoon, everybody. This is BT Sports coming to you from the Case-Lou Studios in Midtown. I'm Bobby Stillwell.
And I'm Tim Shagrew.
And we've got a great show for you, including some stats from a softball game that just concluded about an hour before showtime today. I was actually out there as a BT Sports correspondent.
Yeah.
I mean, it was close, too. I mean, I literally almost, I was running, well, the game was close, and plus it was close trying to get back over here in time for everything. I was running across campus to get back here in time, everybody.
But here we are.
Yeah, and it's funny to me because I'm actually kind of sore from yesterday. Showers of Service, one of the community service days that SLU puts on every year, was going on yesterday, and I ended up, let's see, what did I do? I ended up throwing tires for the most part. Yeah, we just ran around Old North St. Louis.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, there's a lot of negative press about what happened about North St. Louis, you know? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of great things going on up there.
I was up there for one of my classes. We had a tour, just kind of walked around. Yeah, just kind of, to like see the area and stuff on Friday. It's a really up and coming area, especially the historic district where all the factories used to be. Mm-hmm. I mean, the guy we were working with, he bought his house. It had been vacant for 20 years. He bought it and restored it. Really?
And it's livable now. And plus, somebody else bought a warehouse up there for $1 and restored it, and it's really beautiful.
For
$1.
Really? Wow.
And plus, there's the 14th Street Mall up there. 10 years ago, it didn't exist. There's, just a little, kind of what you'd see in, this little small town USA thing, kind of a town square-ish thing. And plus, there's, up there is a little free library they started up, and they got a grant to help make a little reading garden.
Really?
I mean, there's a lot.
Right down on 14th?
It's up in North St. Louis, up in that area. But
yeah, there's
a lot of great things going on up there. I don't know why there's a lot of negative press. I've actually been tempted to get a SLU TV crew together, go up there and film some stuff going on up there.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Get like a nice little...
Just get a nice little package going and get some positive press for what's going on up there. There's a lot of people that are trying to bring North St. Louis back to what it used to be. Like that, back in the day, Sportsman's Park was up there.
Yeah.
The first stadium the Cardinals played in. Which is funny, they had to lease it. They had to lease rights to play from the Browns, St. Louis Browns, because the St. Louis Browns owned it.
Yeah.
It's funny, though.
And then came Bush.
Yep, and then they built...
And then came Bush again.
Then they built Bush, too. Yeah, and it was funny, because there's a story that Channel 5's helicopter flew the plate from Sportsman's Park to Bush, 2.
Oh, really? Just picked it up and...
Yeah, helicopter dropped in, picked up the plate, flew over to New Bush, what was then New Bush, and dropped it down there. It was pretty cool. But no, just throwing tires. And what happens whenever you get, dispose of the tires, it helps, keep the mosquito population down.
So what exactly were you doing up there then?
We were assisting Old North St. Louis restoration.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like kind of a nonprofit.
Yeah, we're just cleaning up the neighborhood and getting some tires, and throwing them in the back of a guy's truck.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we had an excuse to be kids again and sit in the back of a truck and just ride in the back of it. It was a lot of fun.
Probably fun and got to,
It was a lot of fun, yeah. And plus, we were three of us meteorologists were working alongside people from InterVarsity Christian.
Okay, yeah.
Fellowship, and one of them actually is one of the Saint stations.
Really?
Right there, first call of the day.
Yeah, it only took...
Bottom of the hour. It took a little bit longer than normal, actually.
I was going to make a comment about how early it is, but normally I get one even before the show starts.
I know. Well, many people have learned about that, but no. So, just, it was a good day, a good day to be out there helping the community out.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, yes. Yeah. I was back here about 2, 3-ish.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, people, tire water is not the most pleasant thing in the world.
Tire water? Just water that's like... inside
in the tire,
that's just been like
sitting in the tires for
gross.
However long. Yeah.
I can't imagine.
I ended up having to wash my clothes separate. The clothes I wore there separate.
Really?
And I ended up taking a shower when I got back.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
It was pretty bad. But first, we're going to start off. This last week, a hockey player from Marquette Catholic High School in Alton, so the next town west of me.
Yeah, and just outside of St. Louis. I mean, just across the river.
Yeah,
really,
just across the river. Yeah. And he passed away. Mm-hmm. And this guy, was loved by the community. And plus, since Bethalto and Alton have a lot of people that know each other, I think we should do him an honor and give him a moment of silence on here.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think we've given him a moment of silence. We're going to read a little bit about him here, though, too.
Yeah, it was last Sunday was.
Yeah, I mean, it happened after we went. Yeah, well, he passed Sunday. I mean, he wasn't in the car accident Sunday. I mean, he had been fighting for a little bit.
Yeah.
But April 1st was when he was in the car crash, it says here. Yeah, he was returning from Principia with a tennis teammate who suffered minor injuries in the crash that ultimately claimed the life of this popular hockey and tennis player. So he was a tennis player too. He was a double sport athlete. But no, he passed after we left the air yesterday.
Yeah, and I mean just
last week.
This article that they have on him just has a lot, has a
lot of people talking about it.
A priest from the area, the principal, just a lot of people in the community that just touch on, that just how great of a guy they say he is.
No, I would believe it. I mean
it's a shame, that it happens just far too often,
I know it's sad.
His dad has a blurb in here. His tennis coach, one of his teammates and friends. Yeah.
No, I mean, and I've been tweeting and posting a lot about it too.
Yeah.
And I even told one of the cheerleaders that I know from Marquette, we may be rivals on the court and on the field.
Yeah.
But whenever we need to, we always come together.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you live only a couple minutes away from this high school probably.
I'll pull up the tweet here. I got to find it, but it's here somewhere.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I know. Basically, I said something about I just said something about how we all unite when needed.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been 7 days ago. Nice. Okay, I'm just rolling back through my Twitter history here to find it here.
Trying to pull it up.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to find it. Okay, we got to get past the Blues game here. Okay, this is really so it should be here somewhere. Okay, well, I know I tweeted to her. Here we are. Okay, good. I found it. Yeah, this cheerleader tweeted, "In seeing the Marquette family really come together to honor Zach, I've never been so proud to be an Explorer." And I fired back, "So cool to see how we look out for each other. We may be rivals in the field, but we come together when it matters."
Yeah.
She said, "Couldn't agree more."
Yeah,
it. Like I said, that's what happens when you grow up in a small town like I do. Very tight knit Riverbend community.
And even if you don't personally know. You don't
know Zach.
You don't know Zach. That that community. You're able to come together and support one another is really
like I said,
thing.
plenty of Bethel people know Marquette people and vice versa. It just like I said, like I told the cheerleader, we may be rivals on the field and on the court, but off the field we can be the best of friends.
Yeah,
it's like whenever the Cardinals or the Blues trade players away.
Yeah,
they're friends off the field. They're friends off the field. When we get on the field and start playing, it's all business.
Yeah, but then when they come back, let's say come back to play at Busch.
At Busch, Cardinal, the fan base is really respectful.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a shame.
This was a really good piece, and this is the advantage. So it's the advantage. Like I said, the advantage is trumping the Telegraph and a lot of stuff right now lately.
Really?
Yeah, the advantage is doing a lot better with sports coverage, community coverage, everything.
Got a couple articles from him this week.
Yeah, we got this one from him.
Yeah.
And then we have another one too later on we'll talk about.
Mm-hmm. But
yeah, so just a little blurb from Monday. Man, now we're getting them in.
Yeah, making up for the
lack of one early on. So this is just a little blurb about Cardinal news. Cardinals shortstop Ruben Tejeda has been activated after spending the last 2 weeks in the 15-day disabled list. Mm-hmm. He sprained his left quad in a game on March 31st and started the season on the DL. And the Cardinals have optioned Greg Garcia to AAA. Greg Garcia's been playing good, though. I did not agree with their decision to option Garcia to Memphis.
Really?
Greg Garcia's been awesome.
Starting out the season?
Yeah, Greg's been awesome. I do not agree with the decision at all.
I honestly, I don't honestly have much knowledge on him.
We haven't seen Tejada play. I mean, Tejada,
Yeah,
a little bit.
He's been out, but no,
Greg Garcia's been really on fire. Not Fireball, but he's been on fire.
He's not this week's Fireball.
Not the Fireball. We had the Fireball already picked out. Don't worry about that. Man, they're really firing up now.
Really getting quite a few calls.
Mm-hmm. Nothing new there. Okay, but no, I just little blurb there, and then
more Cardinals news.
Yeah, more Cards news. This would have been, when was this story written here?
Yesterday.
Was this yesterday?
About Waino.
Waino falling to the Padres. No, this wouldn't have been yesterday. They won yesterday over the Padres.
April 23rd.
Yeah, you've got the date on yours. I don't know why I don't have the date on mine.
Oh, yeah, that's odd. Huh.
And I guess it's one of the ad blockers I've got on mine. My computer's blocking it out. But 23rd. Yeah, so this was written yesterday about a game Friday, is what it was. This was Friday's game, not... They wrote this Saturday about Friday's game. Yeah, Grichuk had a solo shot, but we just couldn't beat the Padres there.
But, and again, we touched on earlier about Waino's kind of slow start to the season.
He's making a slow start, and he's starting to find his groove.
Yeah, starting to, even though I think now he's 0-4 is his record, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially when you're, your premier pitcher, 0-4 is not the best start to the season, but he's allowed 3 runs on 7 hits over 6 innings, which, and he's got an ERA over 7. So, but the article kind of touches on how he's, starting to come around, find his groove, get back into it for the I guess it's still the beginning of the year, but and there's plenty of time. I think everything that everybody sort of agrees on that aspect of him, that
right.
He's still, even though he's 0-4 right now, but there's no need to worry, No one's too concerned about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the schedule, but I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at some schedule stuff for the softball, the intramural softball team I'm on for later on, but we'll talk about that later on once I can figure it out. Yeah, and then another article here, Waino's still searching for the quote winning stuff.
Just can't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, Friday they fell 4-1, and Waino just can't seem to get it. But today, let me see what I got. Yeah, I've still got the details here. I just got a push notification of today's starting lineup, so the game's really close to starting. So we'll probably have some live updates about that. Mm-hmm. Here's the order: leading off, playing third, Matt Carpenter. Batting second, playing right, is Stephen Piscotty.
Okay.
Brandon Moss will be playing first, batting third. Grichuk's in center, batting fourth. Yachty's behind the plate, batting fifth. Hazel Baker's in left, batting
sixth or seventh. Rather.
Sixth. He'll hit sixth. Yeah, you got it right. Sixth. He's been good. He had a couple clutch homers yesterday. Same with Jed Jerko. He's playing second, batting seventh. Diaz is playing short, batting eighth, and rounding out the order is Leake, our starting pitcher.
Yeah,
Leake.
pitching.
He'll be pitching for us today.
Yeah, so we'll keep you guys updated on
for sure.
on what's going on with the Cards today. Hopefully they can.
Yeah, and it's
hopefully pull it out.
Speaking of Jerko, it's interesting. I remember now. We traded John Jay to the Padres to get Jed Jerko
from San Diego.
Mm-hmm. And apparently, John Jay has blocked one of the fan accounts I follow for St. Louis sports.
Really?
Really.
Wow.
I don't know what he said to John Jay or something, but I don't know.
John Jay blocked
Team STL is the Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Wow, that's.
And I mean,
it's a little harsh.
Yeah, I know. Well, it wasn't. It's like whenever Joe Kelly's Twitter got hacked and blocked him.
Oh, I didn't.
Joe Kelly, remember the pitcher for the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Hump day. Mike. He's the one that did that video. His Twitter ended up getting hacked not too long ago.
Really?
And Twitter ended up having to nix it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, probably for the better.
Yeah.
Definitely for the better.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jerko used to live in San Diego, so that's how we got him, and we just traded John Jay for him. Yeah, he says it definitely feels a little weird to be doing that. And I mean, it would for me too,
Oh yeah.
Like had I gone to college,
had
I gone to college, not in St. Louis, it would have been a little weird for me to get used to how things run.
Yeah, and then to when you come back, it's odd, being away
right.
for that long and then seeing, like
right.
oh,
I mean, hey, I came really close to not coming here to SLU.
Really?
I was
in between.
Basically, financial aid was the deciding factor.
Yeah, absolutely.
And BT Sports would have never existed.
Yeah, right.
No.
SLU's pretty good about their financial aid package.
That's usually really good. But yeah, let's see. So Jerko. Yeah, instead of looking across field and seeing rivals, Jay spots mentors. Yeah, he's been a guy that was instrumental in my career. I spent a lot of time learning from him. I spent 6 years with him. Since I was a rookie, he's helped me out a lot. He's a guy that when I look at my career and guys that really impacted me, he's definitely at the top of the list. Same goes for Waino and Matt Holliday.
Mm-hmm.
And as it should. Waino, like I said, Waino's a great guy off the field too. Like he really is involved in the community.
Yeah.
So that's
Cardinal way.
I love how Jerko sees that, and Jay's talking good about these guys too.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though. Yeah, and then, Diaz, he's playing short. I mean, although Diaz has not been playing really hot either.
Yeah,
from what I've seen lately. I mean, I'm in a fan group on Facebook for the Cardinals, and we always talk baseball in there, and I always, like seeing what everybody else is thinking.
Really? Just like around the Cardinal community,
Yeah, it's in fact, I think it's the largest one on Facebook, but it's largest because the admin keeps a real tight, grasp on the rules he has. And they're, commonsensical rules too. It's not like, he's, restricting what we can say.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're swearing constantly, you're out.
Just making sure it's
the
civil.
admin's a pastor, for crying out loud. So
really?
So he keeps it pretty tight. He keeps things pretty tight in there.
Doesn't let it get too out of hand.
I mean, he lets us have discussion, and that's what I like about the group. I mean, we all in there, we all have great discussion.
You all get your own opinion, and
yeah, we're all entitled to our own opinion. Like I've had some pretty good discussions in there with people before.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we're still friends, and that's the way it should be,
Oh yeah, I mean, you're just in there really discussing
the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I mean, discussing the best team in baseball.
Yeah. Well, it's not looking like it this year, but they got time.
Just wait. Yeah. Unlike the Blues, who don't have that much time left right now.
Yeah, we'll get to them.
We will get to that later on for sure.
They're really, fingers crossed they can pull it out.
Mm-hmm. Moving on now to some SLU news. We have a new assistant coach now for men's basketball.
Yeah.
Yep. Van Macon has been named as a second assistant under Coach Travis Ford.
Fireball Ford.
Yep. We're gonna call him Fireball Ford, especially if he gets Chaffetz rocking like he wants to.
Yeah.
And I think he will.
Yeah. He's got the enthusiasm.
It's okay, Timmy. Is it just me, or we've been talking about Ford every week?
We talk about Ford all the time.
But I think it's because he's new here.
About him.
We're excited to see what he brings to Billiken basketball. That's what it's all about.
For sure.
Yeah. Let's see. So Van Macon. Yeah. Go ahead, Timmy.
Spent the previous 6 seasons assisting at Rutgers, and then before that, he was 9 years at Hofstra, and 3 of those 9 years at Hofstra, he was the associate head coach. So he's had a 21-year coaching career, and has the experience for sure. But they still have Bills still have one assistant coaching position to fill in.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see who
he has to do it. Yeah,
and I'm guessing that's probably just from kind of getting to know Ford as a coach now that he's come. I would assume that opening position is probably going to be kind of a communal decision. Seems like it'd be between him, the coaches, the team. I hope so, but ultimately it's.
Okay,
Coach Ford's decision.
Yeah, just a quick update here on Billiken baseball, actually, because the game was going. Last check, it was 21-8 or something like that. I mean, they were giving them not 21-8. It was
3 or
something like that. Yeah,
I
think that's what I said. Yeah. Anyway, though, yeah. So the final 4 minutes ago, the game went final. They won 22-6 over St. Joseph. So they
torched them.
They torched them. Yeah, I can't fireball. Yeah,
yeah,
not fireball. We have the fireball already planned out, but yeah. 22-6, and it was funny because I'm over there at softball, and one of the parents over there keeps looking over to get the score, and they're all making comments about, man, that's a butt whooping over there.
Yeah, that's 22-6.
SLU sets a school record with a 13-run second inning.
Jeez,
think about that. You can't even display 13 runs on the board in an inning.
Yeah,
I mean the scorekeeper. I'm sure if you're a scorekeeper, had to go over about 3 columns.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
On the score sheet. Anybody who's scored a baseball game using the score sheet before, I think you understand. If you go through the order a billion times, you got to keep having to cross it out and move the next inning's over.
That's so demoralizing. If you
I know.
And only the second inning too. That's so early on to just.
And they actually had a problem displaying all the runs on the board because whenever you put it in there, it actually will add it in that specific inning and the total.
Yeah.
So they actually had to modify the total since they couldn't display anymore in each specific inning. I mean,
it was too high.
Yeah, it was too high. It was beyond the board.
That's hilarious. Yeah, wow, 22 runs.
Actually, I was on one of the softball games I was at was the other side of that. The other team we were playing, it was Carbondale, SIU Carbondale.
No,
they scored, I think, 11 in an inning or something.
Really?
Against us.
Yeah.
Well, not fun.
Yeah, exactly. When you're on the other end, it's not as enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. But man, I cannot believe 22-6.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They torched him. You got that right. Back to Coach Macon, though.
Yeah, it should be. In 2012, by Hoop Scoop, just like a basketball, kind of like a like a news.
I think it's kind of a news blog or
organization.
Something.
Yeah, listed Coach Macon as one of the top 100 assistant coaches in the college game. So. I mean, I never heard of him before this decision.
No, I haven't either. But I mean, he's got some good things. And Coach Ford has even said he has exceptional recruiting ties in the East, from New York City to Florida, which includes the A10 footprint. Mm-hmm. So see, I think we're gonna be a little more competitive in the A10 now when it comes to recruiting too with Coach Macon.
Because that's, I mean, St. Louis got to be the farthest west. I think
SLU is the farthest. SLU is the farthest west in the A10. The A10 is focused. Atlantic 10.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
It's focused more on the Eastern Seaboard
area. Yeah,
it's more on the Eastern Seaboard. Kind of New England and central Eastern Seaboard. Mm-hmm. That's where most of the schools are focused.
And so I know we've talked a lot about Coach Ford being able to draw. He's a great recruiter.
He can draw he wants to draw local talent.
Yeah, trying to get the local talent. But
now we got Coach Macon who can help us get some talent from rival A10 school, the rival A10 footprint.
It'd be awesome. It'd be great to see
I really
it
feel like over the next years, with this staff that Coach Ford's getting in there, the calls are coming in.
Wow.
We are going to be I think we're going to be a competitive school again. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to be back to the Majerus era.
Yeah, I mean, we keep talking about it. I mean,
we keep looking at Majerus as the benchmark.
Yeah, we keep trying to compare Ford to see if he can bring him back to the quote unquote glory days of Coach Majerus.
And I really think, I mean, he is getting some great assistants. Like Will Bailey is a great assistant he picked up.
Yeah.
I'm definitely excited to see what happens.
And now
with
now Coach Macon, and then one more to fill.
One more to be determined. And I think that's probably going to happen once we're out of here after our last show.
I think they're
going to determine it then.
I'm sure practices are starting, so I'm sure
they're going to do it soon. Yeah, actually, I sat next to Austin Gilman at the softball game. He was talking a little bit about practice.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's. And how does he? Did he give any opinion on Coach Ford?
He hasn't really said much about Coach Ford, nor is Mike Crawford, who's in my UNO1 training cohort.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know we've talked about with Reynolds and Yarborough transferring out. It's interesting to see what the player perception of Coach Ford is, but I think he seems like
to the fan base, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
And I think the players, the ones that are staying around, like him too.
I know. I would hope that's kind of the perception that they have is everybody's excited for him.
Yeah, but no, I didn't hear much about Austin. I heard more about, he had a really good practice. That's literally all I heard was he had a good practice. He made every shot he took.
Really? Well.
That's literally all I heard.
That's not bad either.
No, it's not bad to hear at all. It was pretty cool getting to hear from him a little bit,
Yeah.
Just overhearing a little bit.
Definitely won't complain with that.
No, definitely won't complain about that at all.
But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of the future holds for Coach Ford, Coach Macon, and the rest of the Billikens.
Mm-hmm. And moving on to some women's news. I know we haven't talked about the women's team in a while. I didn't know this. It completely slipped my mind until I saw this article.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on, so this is the Advantage too, which is a local paper, and I'm actually on their e-blast list, so I get emails every day with the news, and this popped up in there, and I'm going, wow, I didn't know that. Aaliyah Covington is from Edwardsville, Illinois.
Oh, really?
Which is 15 minutes east of me.
Yeah. Again, that's just right across the river.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, softball's got I think over half the softball team is local talent.
Yeah.
And then I think I want to say, like Sadie Stepanovich, she's local. I'm trying to think of some other people too.
We went through the list.
We went
through the roster
softball
one time.
a couple weeks ago. We went through the softball roster, yeah.
And pointed out like 5 or 6 people that were local.
Right. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the women's roster here and see.
Oh yeah.
What I can figure out about it.
Yeah, it's cool to see.
You got to give me a second here to find it.
Yeah, it's always cool to see. We were just talking about with the men's team, try to get some local talent. And it's cool to see teams that already the programs that already have that local talent. Such as Covington from Edwardsville.
Right. It's coming.
And when they pan out as well as she has too, I mean,
right.
She had a pretty stellar season.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm looking here. Covington saw her sophomore season with SLU women's end in a heartbreaking fashion at March 25th. It was a WNIT game where they made that shot.
Western Kentucky,
yep.
Right? Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see. Okay, Jackie's from Arlington Heights. Aaliyah's from Edwardsville. Valit's from Arlington Heights. Misi's from Blue Springs. Okay. Paige Rakers, she's a junior. She's from Carlisle, which is
just
about
a little bit east.
It's a little further east. There's Lake Carlisle, if you ever heard of it.
For sure.
That's the area. Let's see. Erin Nelson, she's a forward from Baldwin. Denisha was from Peoria. Sadie's from St. Louis. Actually, I'm surprised. There's not that much local talent now that I think about it. They're mostly a lot of Wisconsin people.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Which would make my well, Arlington Heights is a Chicago suburb. I know Wisconsin. My stepdad happy.
Really?
He's a native of Milwaukee.
Oh yeah.
A native of Milwaukee.
Any Milwaukee?
No Milwaukee. No Milwaukee or Milwaukee suburbs. No.
Yeah.
Just Wisconsin in general. No, it's really cool though. I completely slipped my mind that Aaliyah's from Edwardsville.
Yeah, I didn't know that at all.
Mm-hmm. So I'm willing to bet you $20. Yeah, we never played Edwardsville in sports, but had we been big enough, I'm sure we would have played against her. We would have gone up against her. That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
And it's cool that, the advantage focuses on college people after they leave.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I've seen one of our standout center for CM. He got a feature story a couple months ago.
And then when they touch on, especially, I think we're both pretty big on the whole local aspect. But yeah, local player at a local university, really,
that's doing great things, like going to the third round of WNIT. I mean, we didn't think I seriously didn't.
Had the best record in program history.
Yeah, I know.
Or most wins, yeah.
Honestly, I think both programs are going to be programs, maybe not programs to beat next year, or maybe even our senior year, but I think down the road.
It's definitely coming that way.
No, but I mean, women's, I'm going to try to hit more women's games this next season if I can. And it's looking like in the fall, it might be a possibility.
Yeah.
My class load's going to be a little bit lighter next fall.
Really? Be able to hit some up?
Yeah, hit a few more than I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's awesome, though.
They were 14 and 15 just 2 seasons ago, and then 26 and 8 this season.
And shared the championship with Duquesne and George Washington.
Yeah.
The A-10 championship.
Wow.
And that's the regular season, not the tournament. We lost in the tournament. We didn't get the tournament championship.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, though.
It's exactly what Aaliyah said.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Really? That's literally what she said?
Yeah.
Where is that?
There's a quote in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was an awesome atmosphere, she said, about the WNIT games.
Yeah.
And we just kept setting tournament records. I mean, we had record crowds in there for women's for the tournament games.
Yeah.
I was so psyched.
Yeah.
It was a great atmosphere, like she said. It was a great atmosphere. It was awesome. But we're moving on now to some softball news, and I will have my wrap up of today's game and take as well as we move further into the softball story. But looking here, this is last Sunday. We didn't get time to talk about this on the air. This was a road game, so I didn't have any updates on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Billikens shut out Fordham 6-0. Brianna Lohr tossed a 4-hit shutout and drove in a run to lead St. Louis to a 6-0 victory over A-10 conference leader Fordham Sunday at Fordham. Excuse me.
I mean, women's softball has really been...
They've been getting better.
This past week especially, I think they've really
taken off. They finally found their niche.
Yeah, and they've been having a pretty decent season. I mean, we've covered them relatively extensively.
Yeah.
They've been having a pretty decent season all year. And now that really it's coming to the end.
Mm-hmm. I missed another Carl Edwards backflip. I just got a push about
really?
NASCAR. Yeah, Carl Edwards won again. So I missed another Carl backflip.
Where was this one?
I deleted it already. I don't know off the top of my head anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Brianna Lohr got a shutout for that one, and Allie McFarland grounded out but drove in a run. That's awesome, though. It's awesome. They're doing great. And then they were going to play Wednesday at SIU Edwardsville. That game got canceled. Is not going to be rescheduled.
Oh, they're not rescheduling.
They canceled due to rain.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not making it up.
No, they won't make it up.
Huh?
It's a non-conference game, so they're not going to make it up.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, that's kind of. It's nice to see.
Yep. And then baseball was at, and then Sunday baseball was at U of I in Champaign, and they lost 6-2.
Yeah, I think that series. I want to say they dropped all 3 of those games.
They dropped all 3.
Yeah. Because I think we had. Because that was going on. I think
that was going on during our
show. Yeah, for sure. What it says, junior Devin Mahoney was pitching, and so he
struck. But while he got the loss, he struck out a career high 7 batters.
Yeah, so find the positive in it.
Yep, definitely find the positive. And then Tuesday they fell 10-3 at SLU to SEMO, Southeastern Missouri State.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lost its only fourth home lost only its 4th home game of the season, a 10-3 loss to Southeast Missouri. Jackson Wark was tabbed with the loss, and he's 0-2 on the year now.
And then that put him at 16-22, but
overall. But yeah, since then can't see what's going on here.
Say 18.
Yeah, I don't know, but we're moving on to some tennis news now. Women's tennis has been doing really good stuff. They actually made it to the semifinals of the tournament where they lost, but for making it all the way to the semifinals, women's tennis is this week's Fireball. All right, that audio came out perfectly good this week.
So congratulations, tennis.
Yep, you got Fireball of the week. That's awesome, though. So they cruised into the quarterfinals with a 4-0 victory.
Tied the school record for most wins in a season.
Yep, they're in a 70, and that was from 1979, 1980, and I believe they surpassed it. Since
then, or since
Yep, they did. They broke it whenever they reached the semifinals.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though. And they played Saturday at 9 at VCU and ended up losing, sadly.
In the semis.
Yeah, let me find that story here real quick while I'm looking at it. Did I not put it in here? Oh, here it is. I found it. Yeah. Aspen served won at number 1 singles, but top-seeded VCU defeated 4-seeded St. Louis 4-1 Saturday in the semifinals of the A-10 Conference Women's Tennis Championships at Linder Family Tennis Center. Man, they need to rewrite that sentence. I'm sorry. That lead needs to be rewritten. That's way too long. Look at that. How long that lead is.
Yeah, right.
I'm in news writing right now, which is a journalism class for my comm minor. Okay.
So you noticed some of that.
And I have a copy editor from a former Post-Dispatch copy editor as my professor. Yeah, he gets you for that.
But still, I mean, a heck of a season,
No, definitely. It's just
25 at the end.
Hey, they did great. They had a great season, and I'm glad to see that they're still doing stuff. They're doing good. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and talk briefly about today's softball game while we're talking about it, and then we'll go ahead and open up for Collins. But I want to after I talk about today's softball game.
For sure.
We'll open up for Collins after I talk about today's softball game. Mm-hmm. So I was actually out at the Billiken Sports Center is what they call it technically, where I was talking. I just kept taking notes on what was going on in today's game. So let's see. Started off, we had, let's see, just an RBI. We just had so St. Joe started off, a walk, a single, then St. Joe flied out, then somebody, number 9 from St. Joe hit a single. Actually, I've got a roster with me here I can look at to get the names of the people here. 1 second.
Oh, you brought
Yeah, I always get
it with you?
I always get a roster at the games.
Nice.
I always get one. You're dumb to me if you think I'm gonna get a roster. Okay, so it was Caitlin Zierk, I think is how you pronounce it. Yeah, Caitlin Zierk hit a single and batted in a run, puts up 1-0, and then the next batter, I don't know who it was, sacrificed to right, putting St. Joe up 2-0. A couple singles, and then got a runner on base with an error in the bottom half of the first. Then top of the second, let's see. A couple singles was it. Bottom of the second was a 1-2-3 for Slew. Top of the third, couple errors, got runners on base, and then we got out of the jam with a couple flyouts and then a strikeout. Bottom of the third, we ended up leaving 2 on base. No, we didn't leave 2 on base. My bad. 21. So that would for Slew. 21 for Slew is Elizabeth Everingham. She ended up hitting a single, batting in a run, so we went 2-1 at that point, and a flyout ended the inning, and we left 2 on base. Top of the fourth, walk and a strikeout. Bottom of the fourth, flyout. You got a flyout, a walk, ground out, and that runner went to second. Yeah, we left 2 runners on base is what happened that inning, so nothing really happened there. Bottom of the fifth, we had a stolen base, and then 2, we had strikeout. Okay, and then number 9, Mackenzie Peter hit a solo shot, tied it up 2 apiece. Then a single after that. Number 4, Emma Buckles had a single, ended up stealing second, and then 2 strikeouts looking into the inning.
And still
tied to 2.
1 run.
Still tied to 2. Still tied to 2 apiece right at that point. Top of the 6th, walk, error, put a runners at the corners. Number 2, so Taryn Grober for St. Joe, still second. Another walk. Catcher caught one unassisted, so it was, pop up in foul territory. Catcher just grabbed it easily. Then St. Joe, one of their people, hit a single, bat in a run, and went 3-2. Then an error by a right fielder put him up 4-2. And we called the bullpen, who came in to relieve. Maddie Ballman came in to relieve Brianna Lohr, who pitched 5.1 innings. So then St. Joe sacrificed to center, went up 5-2. Hit by pitch, and then just a ground out to short through to second, end of the inning.
And that was all top of the sixth.
Yeah, bottom of the sixth. St. Joe called the bullpen, made a call to the bullpen, and then 1-2-3 inning for SLU. Top of seventh, 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the seventh. This is when things got really fun at the game. I was having fun
going in
scoring
down
this.
5-2.
We went to this inning down 5-2, mind you. And let's see. Yeah, so right off the bat, we had a strikeout, and then somebody hit to third, and it was just third baseman through to first for an out. So we had 2 outs at this point.
Mm-hmm. Down 5-2.
Down 5-2, 2 outs.
In the bottom of the seventh.
And then hit by. So we had one of our people were hit. One of our players was hit by a pitch. Then a double put runners at second and third. Number 21, so Everingham again hit a bases clearing single. So 2 runs scored, 5-4 St. Joe. Then another single, runners first and second. And then Allie McFarland hit a single out base hit out the center, tied it up at 5. And then on the throw, runners advanced to second and third. And then St. Joe called to the bullpen, substituting Anna Lauterbach for Madison Clark. And then next batter, a mishandled ball by the shortstop sent the winning run in.
6-5.
6-5 Bills win in the bottom of the seventh. It was awesome though. Allie tied it up. She had a clutch hit there we needed, and
not an alley bomb,
but at least 3 to 4 times we were down to our last strike.
Yeah.
Hints of the 2011 Game 6 of the World Series when David Freese hit that walk-off homer.
I think we've talked about that
2 or
one
3.
before.
I think 2 innings we were down to our last strike for the Cardinals, and we just kept battling. And this proves, that I was about ready to leave the game, actually.
You really?
And I'm glad I stayed to get that
3,
conclusion.
2 outs. No, we're not going to come back and win it. And
I was half wishing the game would get over so I could get over here in time.
Yeah,
but then they came back and won in spectacular fashion.
Yeah.
And I apologize to the softball team if they are listening to this for wanting to leave.
Yeah.
And I apologize.
But you
100%.
stuck with it?
I stuck with it, and it was worth it. Yeah, definitely. It was a really fun game to watch, especially, and bear in mind, it was all with 2 outs that we actually rallied. Yeah. It was a 2-out rally to win it.
Down 3. I mean, 4-run.
Down 3.
4-run rally.
It was a 4-run rally to win it. I know that is amazing.
When you told me about Allie's hit, my first response was
it an alley bomb? Well, speaking of
awesome.
how Timmy and I talk, and I forgot to put this into the monologue, and I'll put it in now. Earlier this week, Timmy and I were talking about doing a game together this week, and he
oh yeah,
and he said something funny.
I can't.
Here it is. Here it is. Now I got to pull
clap?
It up. Yeah, he says I was telling him about games we could do this weekend together. And Timmy says, honestly, not sure if I'll be able to make any today, but I might be able to this weekend depending on if I clap home or not. and I fired back, being the smart aleck that I am. I fired back, you can just clap and go home? That's amazing. And Timmy fired back the iPhone emoji with just the straight face.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that. You're better at proofreading my own text than I am. And I says, you do the same thing to me. Just don't lie about it. Let's consider that an autocorrect fail.
Yeah,
maybe.
Curse you autocorrect.
And I put on Facebook, if those of you who are friends with me and Timmy, or Timmy, that's why BT Sports is K-SLU's leading sports programs, because we do that sort of stuff off the air too.
And it works.
That's the best part about it.
We work well together.
Yep. So let's go ahead and start taking the calls now. The number to call is 314-977-1581. And sorry it came so late. I just wanted to get the softball in there because I love taking the stats down there and bringing them onto the show live.
Yeah, no, I don't think. Hopefully no one has a problem with that.
Yeah, no, it was really fun being there. I love doing BT Sports correspondent work over there in softball and taking stats. Timmy, go ahead and start it off this week.
All right. Good afternoon. This is BT Sports.
Hey, what's up, Timmy?
Hey, what's up, Braden?
I noticed that your guys' call-ins were delayed 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're just getting out the sports information. Just trying to letting our fans know what's going on in the
wide world of sports.
The wide world of sports. There we go. Thanks, Bobby.
Oh, I was wondering in the wide world of sports if you wanted to talk about Steph Curry returning for the Warriors in tonight's game.
We really hadn't. I mean, we really hadn't talked on it much. I know.
Why talk about the NBA MVP? Right?
I saw earlier they were leading. Oh, now they're down 6 in Steph's first game back. After his, for those of you unfamiliar, he was out for a couple games due to a foot injury.
Ankle.
Ankle. Pardon me, sir. I think it was.
Okay, you're pardoned.
I think it was a little bit of a foot injury as well, is what I saw. But thank you, Braden, for bringing it up.
You're welcome, Timothy.
Thank you. They're playing the Rockets right now, and now I'm not coming up right now, but I think I saw they're down 6. I don't know if Braden's watching it over there. If you can give us a more, is that correct?
No, I'm just busy listening to BT Sports.
I said you don't know what the score is?
I don't know what the score is, but you know that it hurts when I pee.
Thank you for letting us know about that. All right.
The joys of having a college basketball show.
Yeah.
Not sports show, not basketball.
Talking about basketball.
About 6 minutes ago, I was sitting here, I was talking softball, and I ignored this until now. A fan of ours said he's going to be listening next Sunday. He got his shift covered at his work.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually was talking to him on the way over here.
Nice.
He said he was trying to...
And the Cardinal game just started. It's going to be Leak versus C. Ray, whoever Ray is. I don't know who Ray is for the Padres.
For the San Diego.
Yep.
And
moving back to going back to
baseball.
Staying baseball, we're going back to SLU now.
Yeah.
Eckelman. So that is Matt Eckelman. He struck out 11 in a loss to St. Joe, and this would have been yesterday. Wait, no, not yesterday.
This was a couple days
Friday.
ago.
This was Friday.
Friday? Okay.
It was Friday, yeah.
You want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take it.
And then we'll get back to that story.
Yep. BT Sports, you got Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. I was just calling because I'm really dissatisfied with the way the talk show is coming out today. I listen in every week, and I'm just expecting to start hearing call-ins at the bottom half of the hour, and you guys were 10 minutes late today, and I don't even know what you guys were talking about that made it 10 minutes late.
We were talking about softball today. I was over there taking stats for the softball game, and I just wanted to talk about it because, I put a lot of work into that, and I want to, make sure my work goes out there.
Why exactly were you talking about softball?
It's a sport at SLU. We talk about St. Louis sports, and if SLU softball's playing, we're going to talk about it.
I have a really hard time considering softball a sport. I would like to think of it more as like a women's hobby or something. You're
talking to somebody who plays intramural softball and who goes 110% every play, okay? I was sore after I played last Monday. It's a sport. Believe me, dude. Okay, he hung up on us.
All right, well.
He wanted to give his take, and, I gave my take back to him.
Yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Definitely. We believe in that full-heartedly.
I would say, some opinions are more validated than others.
Others, of course. But no,
softball.
Well, since I brought up intramural, let's go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. How's that going?
Apparently, we're playing at 8:30. Although
today
Monday night, tomorrow night 8:30. Although I thought it was 7:30ish, but I'll have to double check that 100%.
Maybe I'll come. Where is it?
It's at Softball Diamonds.
Yeah,
Softball Diamonds. But
I'll be the BT Sports correspondent to it.
You could be the BT Sports correspondent, take notes. But yeah, so here's what happened. It was 1912 was the final. We actually played the quote-unquote elite team.
Oh, yeah?
It had two, and the two of the umpires were on that team, so we only had one umpire calling, and and I got gypped on a call.
Really?
I was safe, and I was called out.
Really?
But you don't have an umpire at the base there to knock it, to say.
Is it, so on this team, is it just a bunch of people that are actually involved in the, intramural program?
No, it's intramural. It's all intramural.
If they're the umpires.
Well, two of the umpires are actually on a team.
Yeah.
So they had to play with their team.
Okay, and so they just brought another one?
Their team. No, they only had one umpire calling the whole thing.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna have to lodge a complaint with the rec center about that one.
I feel like that might be a little biased, even.
Yeah, I'm gonna lodge a complaint with the rec center about that one. Yeah. I mean, our captain hasn't, but I'm gonna say if it happens again, I'll say something.
Yeah.
But I ended up going. I took my own stats down here. I went 1 for 2 with a ground out. That I should have been safe though. Should have been 2 for 2.
Really.
But with a walk, and I ended up making it to second both times. And it's funny because the other team poked fun at my grip on the bat.
Really?
But I ended up walking, so it didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
Okay, Timmy, you take it.
Take this one. BT Sports, this is Timmy.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I listen in every now and then on Sundays. I just want to know if you guys want to go into detail about baseball at all.
Yeah, we're currently talking about baseball right now.
Oh, yeah? Okay, well, I'm going to have to go in. Can you guys go in a little more detail about the plays and stuff?
About the plays? Well, Bobby, we were just talking about his intramural game on Monday, and actually specifically talking about certain plays. Are you listening in?
Can I talk to Bobby?
Yeah, you can talk to Bobby for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah, you got Bobby. What's up?
Hey, Bobby, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
So about 2 weeks ago, I got diagnosed with
that was an unfamiliar one.
Yeah, an unfamiliar person called in, and
I don't know.
Don't know who that was.
Yeah, sound like a troll.
Yeah, a little troll there, a little bit of trolling there. But we're gonna go back to the baseball now. We're talking about
I didn't even know you were on an intramural team.
I wasn't on until about I didn't really say much about it because didn't think I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd be able to play, to tell you the truth, because the games are Wednesday nights when I have a night class, normally.
But it got switched to Monday?
But they keep getting rained out and scheduled to Mondays. Rescheduled Mondays, so I'm able to play. And I'll be playing again Monday night, actually, so I'll get a determinate time. I'm guessing it's 8:30.
Maybe that'll be a nice way to start off tomorrow's or next week's edition.
Yeah, I'll take a look at the schedule right now, actually, while I'm thinking about it. You take it, Timmy.
All right, this is BT Sports. You're talking to Timmy.
Oh, hi, Tim.
Okay, there's that guy again.
Oh, that's always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure talking to that guy. So we're just pulling. I'm trying to get Slew's thing right now. Slew's intramural stuff pulled up right now. Here, 1 second.
If anybody else, if anybody else is interested in checking out Bobby's intramural game,
I'm getting a full time on the schedule here. Hold on a second.
And if you've got my contact information, let me know, and we can head over together and have a nice little BT Sports outing, watching Bob Dog Stillwell. and
the rest of the Slew AMS.
Oh, is it through AMS?
It is Slew AMS that's doing it, yes.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I'm having trouble finding it here. I got to log in to get the info.
Yeah. Huh. But, well, Bobby's pulling up that for us. I'll talk a little bit about baseball, as one of our previous callers alluded to, how, I don't know, I feel like we cover a decent amount of baseball and softball, but there were a lot of specific plays that happened in this game. In the St. Joe's game, I think we said Friday it was, although they lost, Matt Eckelman threw 11 strikeouts and only 2 walks. They fell 16-23, or that game brought them to 16-23 on the year and 7-3 in the A-10. But then, today, we said 22-6 was the final score of the game against St. Joe's, which would have brought them up to 18 wins on the season.
Right.
But did you get your...
Yeah, I've got it. It is 8:30 tomorrow night.
8:30 tomorrow night at the Billiken Sports Complex?
Yep.
All right.
So just come out to the softball diamond, and that's where we'll be all playing.
All right.
I typically play left, but I did... I'm doing a really good job of getting it out. Oh, update on the Cardinals. Grichuk singled to left. Moss scored. Cars up 1-0, top of the first.
Good way to start. Good way to start the game.
But yeah, no, I'll definitely be out there. I'll be giving 110% yet again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Timmy, you want to take this one? Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
BT Sports, you got Bobby.
Hello. Can I talk to Timmy?
Hey there, this is Timmy.
Hey, Timmy. Okay, so I just had a little thing I need to ask you about, because I've been struggling with some confidence I've been having when dealing with sports lately.
Yeah.
Because some of the guys on my like men's softball like club thing, they've been making fun of me lately for the fact that I only have.
Okay, another troll.
Huh. Thought we were going to be able to do some
I thought maybe get
counseling.
some good call-ins, yeah. I'd say that call, if you're still listening, caller, I suggest you talk to the University Counseling Center about that issue.
Yeah. if you're a St. Louis University student.
If you are a SLU student, yes.
Yeah.
But back to the Eckleman. So Eckleman struck out 11, but they still lost 3-2. It was that was a close battle though.
Yeah.
But let's see here. So yeah. Yeah, let's see here. Still looking at it. Still trying to pull up some more stuff. But yeah, so yesterday, St. Joe softball played St. Joe yesterday in a doubleheader, and they won both games. Although game 2 was 3-2 in 8 innings, so it was actually tied, and we ended up having to go to the 8th inning to win it.
Innings, yeah.
So typically softball plays 7.
Yeah.
So if we go 8, it means it was a tie, and they had to do a tiebreaker. Timmy, you take it.
BT Sports, you're talking to Timmy.
All right, so I was hearing what your guys' response was afterwards, and I was wondering, like, what is the number to call for, like, St. Louis University's, like, counseling center?
Bob Dog's looking it up right now. I can't give you that off the top of my head, but I know.
Could you wait on the line with me and then, like, tell me once he figures it out?
Absolutely, sir. It is.
You're the best.
Thank you. It is 314.
314?
Yeah. 977.
Yeah.
Talk or 8255.
Okay, let's do that. That was not what we were expecting, but at least we were able to help him with the number for the counseling center.
Hopefully, yeah,
Hopefully he gets the help he needs.
Yeah. But yeah, the softball game yesterday.
Yeah, and I would have gone had I not been outworked until about 2, because the game started by the time I got back to campus from shower to service. So I said, screw it, I'll just go to the game tomorrow. So
I meant to ask, for your intramurals, do you play under the lights?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
We play under the lights.
That's pretty neat.
And I'm usually, like I said, I'm out and left.
Yeah.
Because I tried infield, I cannot do infield, so I'm just going to stay in left. I think I'm going to stay in left for the most part.
I think I always, I was always right field when I played.
When I played core league ball, I was in the outfield for the most part too.
Yeah.
Once we moved to kid pitch.
Yeah. I've never, baseball's never been my.
I still got a cannon. I still got my cannon.
Really?
Yeah, I can fire it in from left field if I have to.
See, I've never been good at baseball.
Hey, at least I can get on base in intramural, because typically we're playing the elite team. So if I can get on base against the elite team, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your record? Do you guys?
We're 0-1 right now.
Oh, so that was the first game.
Yeah, because the other games have been rained out.
Oh wow. Oh, that's.
So tomorrow night will be the second game of the season.
Okay.
Then we have another game Wednesday night, but I won't be in that game because I have a night class during that time.
Yeah. Huh. Well, yeah, I'll try to make it out there for that.
No, definitely. So game 1, let's see. Yeah, St. Louis took a 1-0 lead. Timmy, you take it.
Alrighty. Hi there, this is Tim on BT Sports.
Oh, Timmy, I've been calling in for a long time, actually, and I just wanted to let you know that I love you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and keep talking about softball here.
We appreciate the love over here.
Update: Cardinals. Molina single to left. Grichuk scored. Cards up 2-0. Bottom of the first.
Good start.
Mm-hmm. Oh, top of the first. My bad. They're the away team. I keep saying bottom. Oh well. Yeah. So let's see. Game 1. Brittany Durant swiped home, part of a double steal. Okay, Timmy, you go ahead and take it.
Take this one.
Yeah.
Hey there, this is Tim on BT Sports.
Yeah, Tim, I just wanted you to know that, like, it's not just, like, the kind of love that, like, I like your body or something. I actually love your personality, and you're just an amazing person.
Okay, weird.
Yeah, not exactly sure what's going on with the call-ins today.
Yeah, the call-ins today are really weird.
I think we appreciate the love over here in the studio. But
yeah. So anyway, though, but you get the idea. So Brittany Durant swiped home part of a double steal, and I wish I could have seen that.
Yeah.
So she swiped home as part of a double steal.
That'd be awesome, and that's how they took the lead.
Yeah, we can't take calls right now. We're having a bit of a technical problem here.
Yeah. But we'll keep going with the.
We'll still go with the show.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was game 1.
Yeah, game 1. Then let's see. Mackenzie Peter, Elizabeth Everingham, and Allie McFarland had 2 hits apiece. One of Peters was a double, and Buckles also doubled. So yeah, basically that's how it worked out. And then game 2, yeah, Buckles following a 2-out error came through with a game-winning hit in game 2. So that's how it ended up making the tiebreaker happen.
And the first one they ended up 3-1 with the victory, and then the second one was
3-2 in 8 innings.
And when we were just talking earlier about how the softball team's really been, having a good year, but just starting to really turn it on at the end here.
Yeah, they're really starting to catch on fire here at the end and start really doing some good stuff.
And then baseball, back to baseball.
Yeah, back to baseball. Mahoney. So let's see. That is Mahoney. They don't have any. Devin Mahoney. Thank you, Timmy. Devin Mahoney went 4 for 4 on the day in a 3-2 loss to St. Joe.
St. Joe's, yeah.
And that would have been yesterday's game.
Yeah.
The 23rd, which would have been yesterday. And of course, today, though, as I said early on, they blanked them 22-6, I think.
Yeah.
22-6.
Got their little revenge.
Yeah.
And the softball team.
I think the outfielders had their PF Flyers on the day, or maybe the whole team had their PF Flyers on the day. Guaranteed to make a kid run faster and jump farther.
Throwback shoes.
Of course, that's never been actually tested, but yeah. It's just a baseball thing that we say, Whenever you're going to make a catch in the outfield, he's got his PF Flyers on. He's got it. He's got it. We're still working on that technical problem right now. We'll take calls as soon as the technical problem's resolved.
Yeah, we'll let you know when we get that figured out. So the softball team swept 3.
Yeah, they swept the series, and then baseball managed to avoid the sweep today.
Yeah.
But yeah, softball swept St. Joe in this series.
Yeah,
which is really cool. And then yesterday, also something happened late last night. At the women's soccer team was at Illinois State University, and that's in Bloomington, Normal, Illinois. So that's Central Illinois, about 2-3 hours north of here. 3-0 road win. Tremendous team defending discipline. Goals to Pokorny, Sands, and Clemens. Assists by Sakamoto, Tondel, and Merlo. So it's really good.
Although it's just
it's a preseason game.
Yeah, preseason, but
still. A 3-0 road win in preseason is really good.
Yeah, especially, Illinois State's a big,
They're a big all-sports school. They got a huge basketball team.
Yeah, so it's a real quality win.
Yeah. I think we'll be able to start taking some calls in again now that our technical problem seems to be resolved.
Yeah, so all those people that have been trying to call in, feel free.
Feel free now. We'll take them.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it.
Tarasenko. So now we're moving on to some hockey news here, and I'm sure there's plenty of Blackhawks fans that are going to be calling in, ready for Game 7 tomorrow night.
Yeah, right.
But yes, let's see.
From Tuesday's game.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday's game. I'll do it and take it, Timmy.
Yeah, we got one more call. We got a call in.
BT Sports, you got Bobby.
So, are you rooting for the Blackhawks or the Blues?
Okay, I said a bunch of Blackhawks fans are going to be calling and getting ready for Game 7. I'm a Blues fan. I'm from St. Louis, and I've said that if you're a listener, you would know that. But I'm from St. Louis, and I've always have been and will be a St. Louis Blues, St. Louis Cardinals, and St. Louis Rams fan.
That's really inconvenient.
Because you're a Blackhawks fan, sir?
No, because they're just not going to win. The Cubbies are going to roll through the Cards for the rest of the year, and then same with the Blackhawks rolling through the Blues.
Who got swept in the NLCS last year?
It's not even going to be a game. It won't be close, Bobby.
I beg to differ, but that's why you play the game. We'll have to see. Okay, and we can't take any call-ins now. Thank you to that caller for ruining it for everybody. No more call-ins today.
We've got a couple. Oh, well,
we're almost about time, but yeah, I'll just sum up real quick. So Tarasenko powered the Blues in Game 4. So we won Game 4, so that's when the series went up 2-1. 2-1. Game 5, it went 3-2 whenever Kane had a second overtime goal for Chicago, which that game, by the way, set a ratings record on Fox Sports Midwest.
Really?
In 20 years of hosting games on Fox Sports Midwest and its predecessor networks, this was the highest rated game in the history of the Blues contract with Fox Sports Midwest.
Really?
Yeah, it got a 15 rating, 183,000 households in St. Louis were tuned in. So what that means is that a 15 rating it means that 15% of the total viewership in St. Louis was tuned in at that time to watch that game.
That's crazy.
The total viewership. And then also...
an unfortunate ending to it with so many people tuning in.
Yeah, that's awesome, though. And then in Game 6... They fell.
I think 1-0 was
6. They fell 6-3. So now the series is tied at 3 apiece, and it's come back to St. Louis tomorrow night. And during that time, though, Andrew Shaw actually got suspended for Game 5, I believe.
I think, yeah.
He missed Game 5, but he was back for Game 6, and he'll be back for Game 7 too. But
just one game suspension.
He made an anti-gay slur and flipped off an official. Mm-hmm. So.
Very deserving of at least suspension.
One game suspension. Yeah, definitely for sure. It's about that time. It's about that time, and that is the end of it. And we actually got through all of our items this week.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
We had a lot too.
Don't forget, next week is the final show of the semester for BT Sports, and we're going to have the best of moments of the semester.
Is it? I think May 1st is the date. So next Sunday, May 1st at 3 o'clock. May 2nd? Mm-hmm. Okay.
At least I think it would be the 1st. Yeah, it would be the 1st because there's no 31st in April.
Okay.
So it'll be May 1st. So yeah, make sure you tune in 3 p.m. next week for the best of BT Sports of spring 2016.
We won't disappoint.
We will not disappoint. And until then, this is Bobby Stillwell.
And this is Tim Shagru.
And we will see you next week.